Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome to Introduction to Business 121, offered by the College of Lake County online. This is going to be our week 10. It'll probably be one of my shorter weeks uh, presenting. This is going to be our last forum. This is going to be our last week, and then after this, you'll be submitting your feasibility paper and your PowerPoint to me by Friday or Saturday midnight. And then next week by the following week by Wednesday, you'll be doing your uh, taking your final exam online, and you'll be completed. Most of you are doing very well in this class. We're almost at the end. So let's see what we have. We're going to go into our weekly assignments. And remember, week is due May 9th. Okay, and then I'm going to go week 10. Not open yet, but it will be by tomorrow noon. You have your feasibility paper already. You have a whole. I'll have a link here how to submit that. You already know how to do that. Look at my video link. You have my submit your PowerPoint toward 50 points, 150. The PowerPoints don't get too elaborate. I'm looking at about like 5 or 6 slides. You've done the paper, and in my face-to-face class, you'll be doing a presentation. Do a presentation. So, and part of the presentation, they would either do it in a teamwork or they would do it as an individual. And the individual is so now you're taking all this information. You've written 8, 10, 12 pages for me on a business concept or a new product, an action plan, or in this case, we're going to be calling it a feasibility research paper. And now you're going to present it. No different if when you're going for your master's and you're doing your dissertation, or you're going for your doctoral and you'll be doing your dissertation. You have 500 pages of research information data, and now you have an hour or 2 or 3 to present that data. You can't just say, here, read it, and tell me what you think about it. You utilize into the PowerPoint. So you would have to have some kind of PowerPoint, which would be speaking points. And that's what I want you to create here. And this will help some of the students, if you're not that good of a writer or anything else on the paper part, it's an extra 50 points. Okay? All right, so here's where we're at. The paper is worth 150 points. You've got examples. Just go into where the heck was the feasibility research information. Remember, you go in here, tells you everything you need about the paper, gives you a concept map, how to submit your power homework or PowerPoints in Blackboard. I already put that in there. Research project. This is for the teams. Now, right now, you're doing an individual in this course. Okay, so now we're going to go back into our weekly assignments. Okay, last week. What did we have last week? Last week we were talking about the banking. We're talking about student loans. We're talking about credit. You did very well. Most of you didn't go too much into the banking area that I would like you to, but you did find good information about credit scores, how to minimize bad reports on your credit score, how to maximize your credit score so you have that 730 going up. You also learned that businesses also have a credit score, the FICO score, and sometimes some personal or some banks, even for your own personal, would utilize the FICO score, depending on the banking and depending what they found was more trustworthy of repayment from the individual. If you got a poor credit score, a high credit score, and it provided you a higher loan, and then you defaulted, so that doesn't is not a good indicator. And we also looked at businesses. Businesses, their credit score goes from 0 to 100, and they're not as much into like with the personal ones that you found out on your own health and insurance and retirement and savings, but it's more on capital, equity, what they own, and how quickly they repay their debt. They know they're always going to be in debt because of they have to borrow short term or utilize their line of credit because of purchasing inventory. A lot of times 6 to anywhere between 2 to 6 months in advance, depending where they're purchasing that before they actually put it on the market. I mean, within their store as a tangible item to sell. Okay. All right, so let's see, you did pretty good on all that. So, you're doing pretty good. You found out about student loans, what to look out for. You looked out about different websites to go to. And that's the whole thing about this course. I wanted you to not only, when we do the forum, since this is my last forum, I wanted you to enjoy the class and learn as much as you would in a face-to-face class. I also wanted you to help other students and make connections. So in this class, when we're going to go into, let me go in here, turn in your paper here. Last week forum will focus on your feasibility research paper. Now, this forum here, you could talk about anything. You have to respond, say, right at this point, by Tuesday midnight, same requirement, I have no questions. That's fine. And you will get your points at the end of the week. But I want you to also always log in and see someone else got some questions that you could help someone. Also, utilize this last form of saying, hey, goodbye, Alex. Goodbye, Brian. Goodbye. Says some of the very students, Mona, somebody, I just mentioned some names out of the form. If I mention your name, don't be upset. I mean, you say goodbye to them. You made friends with other individuals. Try to stay connected with them, and you do that through the Blackboard. Most of you already in here. You have profile. You've got your Blackboards updated. You take the next class, you leave it as it is, and you'll be fine. If it's a class you don't want your profile, then you just turn it off and turn it back on. Again, through the Blackboard setting. But, so say goodbye, say hello, ask any questions. Your papers are going to be due. Former papers are on the syllabus is supposed to be due Friday at midnight. I'll let you turn them in by Saturday midnight. Your final exam the following week will be on is a comprehensive exam, all chapters, and I'll have it open by since your paper being, I'll try to open up by Sunday, but it has to be completed by Wednesday. You have the same time that I would in the class. I think it's an hour and 50 minutes or 30 minutes. I'll look at the schedule that I give to the face-to-face class. You have the same time period. You will not get any. The only thing you'll receive out of the final exam will be a score. You will not get which ones you got right, which ones you got wrong. It's just a raw score, just like you would be taking the final, the first within the face-to-face class. Okay, so that's all we have. Your papers are due Saturday. Your PowerPoints are also due Saturday. It's gonna be 5 slides. Give me a general idea. My name is George's. I'm opening up George's hot dog stand. I'm looking for people this demographic. Give me some ideas. If you could utilize recording it by placing your voice in it. Most of us have recorders or have webcams, and at that time while you're going through the slides, you record it so I could hear it, and that's where you get your 50 points. Okay, so. And if you can't get the recording to work, I'll take a few points off, but don't worry, you'll do fine. All right, so I just wanted to take this last time to, since this is going to be our last forum, I'll talk to you in the forums, but our last short recording. I enjoyed meeting all of you within the forums. We started off, I think, like about 20 students or 22. We ended up, I think, with like 15, which is about an average size for an online class. Like you find out, this online class is similar to the online classes you'll be taking, not only at this community college, but also at the bachelor's level. If anything else, when you take, those of you who are going to go for your bachelor's, for some of you, this may be just one of the classes you're taking for your associate, and you're going to open up your own business, and you just want to have a good working knowledge, or you're working for a business, and they're sending you to get a general idea about business, with marketing, HR, finance, everything else that we've talked in this book, because it covered all 20 chapters. And remember, and those of you who did say, man, I got my B, I got my A, but I still don't understand it. I'm still confused. Every chapter, every chapter is equivalent to 1 or 2 full courses, 16-week classes, where you take them here. So what I've done here is just give you like a smorgasbord, just a taste of what we would expect out of those chapters. But now you see that by doing this feasibility study, by doing the exams, by doing the McGraw's Learn Smart, by talking about things within the forum, you see that a business owner, a department head, or a leader, or anyone interacting with business, even a person that's employed in business, understands the complexity and the integral parts of business, how all those 21 chapters all have to be utilized effectively and efficiently for the business to be sustainable and for the business to grow and help not only the business, myself, my own profit, but also give back to the economy to hiring people so they can buy other goods and services, and also paying our fair tax to the government that provides all these other services that allows me to keep a good majority of my profits. Okay, so my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Sign me up for some other classes. Once in a while, I'll teach management. I'll teach marketing, HR every now and then. I basically teach this course here at the college. I do teach at another school, and I teach a variety of classes. So I bring that same knowledge into this one, which is a what they call in the academics a survey class, or what I call a smorgasbord, just to taste a little bit of everything. So I'll see you in the forum. Remember, all you need is one or two posts. You don't have to have the 6-9 to get your 20 points, but you're still responsible to be within the forum and listen to see if you could help somebody out before I get into it. I got several other classes going, so I'm trying to respond to everyone. And those of you who looked at the videos and you've looked at how to submit, and you'll have a very and look at the examples, the concept maps, the what do you call it, the 7 headers, 35 vocabulary, and 6 to 7 citations. You should do pretty good using business terms and concepts that have to be bolded. Those are the 35 business terms that will be in your paper uh, throughout the whole paper. Okay, so I enjoyed everything else. Having a little break. I think I only got 1 or 2 weeks, and I'm starting up a summer class, teaching a finance class, and at another school, and then teaching uh, another intro to business here. Okay, so if you see me in the hallway, say hello. I've had students always meet me. I will remember you by kind of your picture. Okay, bye. And again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. This is a College of Lake County Business 121, offered online utilizing Blackboard course management system and McGraw-Hill Learn Smart integrated software. Bye. Mm, 12 minutes, not too bad. Okay.